was laying here watching videos on YouTube, and I don't normally come on to a live stream with an agenda, but um, one of the videos I was watching it just came up in my stream, was about quicksand, and the guy presenting it said that he had never encountered quicksand in real life, and I and he wasn't sure if it was real, just some Hollywood effect. So I want to set the record straight on that. I've encountered many patches of quicksand in my life, in my travels. Twice I've fallen into quicksand. So once was here in Florida, actually in the south end of Biscayne Bay, and once was in Tennessee on, I don't remember what river. I'm trying to remember, but I was canoeing down a river. So I want to tell you about this one because it's interesting. Okay, I pulled up to the shore to this nice sandy beach, and just jumped out of the canoe and sank immediately. And the only thing, like, there was no resistance. I immediately sank to my waist, but I don't believe I stopped at my waist because of resistance. Like, I think I would have went straight in, up past my neck instantly, had I not grabbed the canoe as I fell in. Like, I right away realized there's no ground under my feet. Like, I jumped out of the canoe and just instantly sank in what I thought was a nice soft sandy beach. So what my point is, even if it looks like a nice soft solid sandy beach, don't jump out of your boat or canoe onto shore. Test the ground before you step out, because I could have easily died that day. Okay, so then I learned how to walk on quicksand. Now, mind you, there are different types of quicksand. Okay, the stuff that I encountered down in Biscayne Bay is very different than the stuff I encountered in the river in Tennessee. The stuff I found in the river in Tennessee was foamy, like super soft, super thin, foamy consistency. It was fluffy, and it was like made of clay-based soil. And so it really grabbed you. But it was this neat thing that, now I sat on the bow of the canoe for a while debating what we should do, because I'm sitting there and we needed to go to shore, and this entire shoreline that we had gone a long distance to get to was the only place that we had seen for a while where you could go to shore. And my girlfriend was in the canoe on the other end, desperately waiting to go to the bathroom, and was not going to get in the water to get back. She couldn't get back out of the water into the canoe very easily. So, she needed to go to shore. Bad. And so here we are, and like the next shoreline could be God knows how long away. So, sitting there, tapping my feet on the quicksand, on the surface of the quicksand, and we're debating on what we should do as I'm doing that. And after a minute of doing that, I realized that the tapping vibration from my feet caused the water to flow up and out of the area where I was tapping. And within a few seconds, maybe a minute or so of tapping that area immediately around the front of the canoe, it became solid enough to support my weight. So I'm like, okay, let me kind of check this and stand on it and make sure, bounce on it. And it seemed like the more I stepped, the more solid it got. Okay, so it's like slap it to get the water to come out enough to form a solid surface, and then you can stand on it, okay? And then you take a step ahead and just sink right in. So it's just one immediate area right where you're slapping that forms a solid surface. And then you can stand in that surface and tap the area in front around you side to side, and created, actually, that I created a path to the shore where you could walk on the quicksand by doing this. Okay, now, mind you, if you ever do this, make sure you make a very straight path, because the path becomes invisible within seconds. You can still walk on it for at least about 20 minutes. Like, that path remains solid long enough for us to go to the shore, her to take a leak in a dump and get cleaned up, and then come back to the path. Now, when we came back to the path, it was virtually invisible and completely indistinguishable from the rest of the quicksand. But it was still walkable. You just had to tap around to find it. And careful not to step off of it, because one step to the wrong side and you go off the edge into the quicksand. So I just wanted to say that, like, that was one of my encounters with quicksand in the wild, and might save some lives for people to know that. Be careful when you step out of your boat onto an unknown shore, because it might look like a nice, thick, soft, sandy beach that'll support your weight, and you might just sink over your head instantly. Is that what those are, user? Thank you so much. Okay, folks, I'm going to log out real quick because I want to upload this little skit, because I want people to know about the quicksand issue. And then I'm going to go back online and stream in a little bit. All right, Maxwell, hey, good to see you. And Mr. Mystery, Susan, thank you guys for dropping in, all you usuals. And Vanilla, just check out my other videos. You'll see, like, I got, I don't know, probably the last few years, I got highlights of the last few years of cruising the Florida coastlines in canoes and little micro sailing cruisers. So, yeah, and it'll get more interesting as time goes on and I get more equipped and some issues taken care of. Yes, happy Mother's Day, by the way. And, yeah. My mom's 3 hours behind me on time, so I'm going to wait. It's like, it's almost 5 a.m. for her. Yeah, even if you don't have a great relationship with your mom, you should still call her on Mother's Day, because one day she won't be there and you won't be able to, and you'll wish you did. And with that, I shall see y'all later, and have a good one.